So as you can see, I'm about to try to take all of these and separate them, and I'm going to show you how to separate the smaller ones, and then later I'll show you how to separate larger aloe. So basically you're just going to turn it over here. Now instead of taking a shovel and putting it through here, I'm just going to go ahead and separate out these pieces. So I'm just going to break up this clump here and try not to do too much damage on the roots. However, let me just tell you, transplanting and taking care of, just generally taking care of aloe is one of the simplest things to do. They don't require a lot of water because they're succulents and they store all their water in their leaves, and they don't need many roots in order to really grow. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to go ahead and just separate these, and as you can see, I thought there were only two, but there are actually three. There are three here stuck. So I'm gonna have to get one more pot. So you just go ahead and separate out the two here. And just remove some of these clumps so that the roots can breathe a little bit. And then we're gonna go ahead and repot these. Again, here I'm using 100% compost, and even after it's been used before, the way I recycle it is I just separate out everything that's in there, and I add some rock dust, and I also add some equal parts NPK fertilizer, and that's what I use for year after year. And the slow release of the compost is really helps, really adds longevity to my plants. So as you can see, I'm just going to pat it down here so it doesn't, drain out the bottom, and then I'm going to top it off a little bit. And basically I'm going to take the two smaller ones, and I'm going to put those two in smaller pots, although this one right here I should have put it in a little larger pot, but basically the aloe just stays in the amount of, the bigger the pot, as in most cases, the bigger the pot, the bigger the plant. So I want to really constrain the size of my aloe, because I don't have a lot of space to put it in. You'll see later the little aloe farm I have, and I need all the space I can. So I'm just going to keep it alive here until I can either sell it or give it away to someone who really needs aloe. And as you can see here, I have a tiny little farm, and I'm going to be adding my aloe to this collection I have here. Now that we've talked about how to separate out little pups that are in small manageable pots, we're going to talk about how to separate them out from the large pot. So here you'll see that I have a large aloe plant with a pup coming from the bottom there, the side there, and we're going to go ahead and separate it from the mom. And you have to understand that it's connected to the roots. It's actually coming out from the roots from the mother plant. So we have to basically cut through the plant. And now don't be scared. Remember that they're very hardy plants, and I wouldn't have the farm that I had if they weren't. So we're going to show you how to go ahead and separate that out. Now, although I would prefer a sharp metal shovel, this plastic one will do just fine. It doesn't have to be completely sharp, but if it's not sharp, you'll have to use more force. So I'll show you how I'm doing that right now. So you're going to carefully yet forcefully angle your shovel towards the mom plant, kind of in the same angle that the pup is coming from, and basically just push all the way through, and you're going to hear some breaking, but just go straight down, straight through, and just until all the way to your shovel goes, and basically pull that out. And there you have it. That's really all you need in order to transplant and have another plant. I'm going to go ahead and do the same procedure, and I'll have a fourth plant coming from these two plants. So thank you very much for your time, and happy harvesting.